Hi, thank you for joining me. Today we are doing Korean ground turkey with eggs. And I'm sure that probably sounds kind of interesting, maybe even weird to some, but it is really good. And right now I am putting some oil, coconut oil, in the pan to get hot, which you can use whatever kind of oil you like. And I have my ground turkey sitting there in the bowl, as you can see. I'm only using 4 ounces, but you can use however much ground turkey you need, depending on how many people's eating. And I'm adding some onion powder. And with the ground turkey, I just dumped in some. I didn't worry about exact measurements with that. So the same with yourself. I mean, you can just measure it out if you would like, or just dump in however much you want. And I just got to rinse my hands off. And now the oil is getting good and hot, so I can start putting the turkey in. And I just gotta take that bowl to the sink and rinse my hands again. A lot of hand rinsing when you're cooking. And just gotta get that chopped up a little so it can start cooking good. And now while that's cooking, excuse me, I'm gonna get the eggs going, in the bowl and everything. And I'm doing 3 eggs, but you can do however many eggs you want or need. They're trying to roll away from me. And now I'm starting with the first egg. And I'm doing the whole egg, but if you want just egg white, you can do that as well. That's up to you. But of course, with egg white, you sometimes need more eggs than just 3. And the last egg. Now I gotta rinse my hands again. And rinse off some mess I made. Or wipe off, I'm sorry, not rinse off. And now I'm gonna do, well, I'm just dumping in some onion powder right now. And then the ground ginger I'm measuring that out because that stuff's pretty strong, and to me, you only need just a little bit. So I'm doing 1/4 teaspoon of the ground ginger in the eggs. And just gotta check on the turkey real quick. And I gotta go rinse some liquid out because it helps it cook better when there's not so much liquid in there. And now now that can get back to cooking. And I just got to get a fork and I'll get the eggs stirred up. And there was some seasoning that just got stuck to the fork, so I just had to get that off. And now check on the ground turkey again, make sure it's cooking good. And it just has to cook a few more minutes. And now that that's ready, I'm going to get the egg mixture poured in. And then that'll just, I have to mix it up a little after I put the bowl in the sink, but then that'll just cook for a few minutes. Okay, I'm just stirring that up to make sure it scrambles and not become an omelet. Although that wouldn't taste too bad, an omelet with ground turkey. But I wanted it scrambled today at least. So while that's cooking, I'm going to get the Korean sauce mixed up. And I'm starting with onion powder. Excuse me. But this time I'm measuring, gosh, sorry. This time I'm measuring it out because I'm doing a sauce. And I'm doing 1 teaspoon. And as you see, I did another scoop, but that's only because I didn't have a full teaspoon the first time. And now I'm going to do some brown sugar. And I'm doing a teaspoon of that. And by the way, I'm only doing this little bit, like a teaspoon of each. And now I'm doing some soy sauce. But you can do more measurements, like if you would need more because you're cooking more eggs or maybe more ground turkey too or something. You can always increase the measurements, even with the sauce. I just only did a little bit because I didn't need a whole lot for how much I was cooking. Now we're doing the soy sauce. I just had to stir the eggs up real quick. And I'm doing a teaspoon of that as well. And I just got to get that back in the refrigerator because it had set out a few minutes. And now I'm doing another 1/4 teaspoon of the ground ginger in the sauce. Actually, I did a full 1 teaspoon. I thought it was going to be 1/4, but I did 1 teaspoon of the ground ginger. I was trying to find what top went back on because it wasn't fitting right. All right, now I'm doing the ground red pepper. Excuse me, which this part is optional because if you don't like real hot sauce, then you don't want to do the red pepper. Then I'm doing 1/4 teaspoon of that. And just getting the other spice put away. And now I'm gonna, after I stir up the eggs again, and the ground turkey, that's in there too, of course. And I was just turning the heat back down since the eggs were pretty much just about done. And I'm going to add some water because I don't want to leave this sauce thick because I need it to spread out in the pan. So I'm adding water. I add just a few drops the first time, hoping that that would be enough. But it was still pretty thick, so I added a little bit more because I didn't want it too watery. And as you can see, it's changing color and it's still pretty thick. So I added quite a bit more water. And that seemed to do the trick. It definitely watered down, as you can see. And just stirring that up one more time. And now I can get the sauce mixture, pour it all over the eggs and ground turkey. And get that all mixed in really well. And by the way, this was really good. I know it probably looks interesting right now. But it was really good. And that just has to sit and cook for a few minutes so it can absorb. And now it's ready to go. I have my bowl there and waiting. And just scoop that right on. And you can also add toast or whatever you want with it. I just had this for a meal today. There you go. Hope you give it a try. Thanks.